Business and radio. It's all about what's next. Go to financialsurvivalnetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.
Welcome. You are listening to the Financial Survival Network. I'm Kerry, Lutz. Hey, welcome back, Mike Gazzola. And when we last checked, well, things just keep getting better and better for you and mining the Amazon motherlode, don't they?
Yeah, and that's why I'm so excited, because every single show we've done, we've gone up so much every single time. I literally get blown away by all the new sales that are coming in at all times. And it's without me having to do any email follow-up or without having to have a sales staff or a website. It's amazing. I'm just so excited to talk about what we're going to talk about today.
Well, let's do a status update. Status report as of August 11th, 2016, 11:53 a.m. Pacific time. I'm in the Eastern time zone, but you're in the Pacific time zone, and we're doing this through the miracle of Skype. So once again, your business started, let's call it 12 noon Pacific time on January 27th, 2016. So basically a little bit more than 6 months. And to date, your total sales are $248,848. Total units sold to date, 6,924. Yesterday's sales dipped a little bit from last week, but not in a meaningful way. $3,313. 30-day rolling sales, $73,152. That's up a couple $1,000 from the last show that we did last week. 30-day rolling unit sales, $1,861, which is also up a couple of hundred units. So
yeah, not dollars, units.
Units.
So 1,861 is units for the last 30 days.
Yeah. So I think it's important that we talk about how you've accomplished what's pretty amazing, because you're basically, if you keep going up at this rate, you're going to finish 2016, 11 months with close to 7 figures worth of sales. If you keep going up at this rate, you'll be probably right around the $1 million mark, which means your profits will be probably about 50% of that. So you did this not by selling other people's products, but by creating effectively your own private brands. There are people who do sell other people's brands on Amazon. You call them retail arbitragers, some of them, meaning they actually go out to department stores, to job lot places, to even wholesalers, and they buy up product and then they put it out there on Amazon. And this process of retail arbitrage, it's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is. And, that's why today it's really good to talk about what is retail arbitrage and what is white labeling a product that's already existing, that's the molds are created, the product's been created. It's just simply slapping your brand, your logo, your name, whatever you want it to be on top of that product. And that's what you call white labeling. So white labeling just simply means you take an existing product and, a lot of it, if I don't put it in my body or on my body, there's no problem sourcing it from China. Because China, a lot of people have a misconception that because you got it from China quality, that is not the truth. iPhones are made in China and they're top quality. Even though I'm not an Apple guy, I don't use any Apple products. I'm strictly a Windows Android guy. And you and I have had some disagreements to speak about what's better, right? And I'll joke with you. I'll say that must be your Apple product that's malfunctioning right now. And you'll tell me, Mike, I think it's your Android product that's malfunctioning right now. So we've had some healthy debates, so to speak, about Windows, Android versus Apple.
Yeah.
And the only reason I talk about that right now is because, so what I like to do, and I teach you all about retail arbitrage. So what what retail arbitrage is, and I'll give you a great example. I live in California. I'm in Pacific time, and Amazon's on Pacific time, so it works out good. So I can gauge my sales from 12:01 a.m. till midnight every single day, and my time zone is congruent with Amazon's time zone. But at the same time, what a lot of you, and there's guys, I know them, and they do multi seven-figure businesses teaching people about retail arbitrage. And I love teaching people about that because I show them how much better it is to actually white label a product. And for a moment, are you familiar with the two differences, Kerry?
What, as far as white labeling goes?
Yeah, white labeling. And are you familiar with retail arbitrage?
Yeah, well, I had a friend and she used to look for shoes and handbags that were on sale at outlets, outlet malls, and at various stores in malls, buy them up at a discount, and then she would resell them to a list of clients, private shopping clients. And I never knew that was retail arbitrage until you explained it to me. So that's buying. It's arbitrage, just like you could buy a stock at one price and sell it at another price, higher price. It's arbitraging, basically making a profit from buying and selling. And you could lose money doing that too, in theory.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, you could lose money.
And, for the guys that I know that have built multi-seven-figure businesses teaching people about retail arbitrage, the only thing I don't like about retail arbitrage is you always have to chase the next product. You always have to chase the next sale. You always have to chase the next great deal. And I'm not saying you can't build a multi-six-figure business, even seven-figure business, doing retail arbitrage. But the truth is, and I'll use myself as an example, in California, there's a big grocery chain that's called Vons. And I know they don't have them in Florida where you're at, but Vons is a really big grocery store chain that's in California. And, I was going through Vons and I had my son with me, and, we're just kind of doing some regular grocery shopping. And, I saw these fluorescent light bulbs, the screw-in light bulbs.
Sure.
And they had a knockdown price. It said normally $9.99, and it was for a 4-pack. But we have a special Vons Club price, no limit, of 49 cents.
Yeah.
For a 4-pack, right?
Yeah, I hate those fluorescent light bulbs. I hate the quality of light they put out, but yeah. That's what
me
we're
too.
left
I don't want bright white in my house. You want like a natural glow, right? But
it's okay for the garage, but yeah.
But just being the internet marketer and the Amazon guy that I am, I just quickly went on the phone and I saw that these screw-in fluorescent bulbs were selling between $7 and $11 for a 4-pack. And to get them for 47 cents, that's great.
Yeah.
They had like 12 cases of them there, and there was no limit. So I could have bought all of them. But the problem is, right, so the idea is you do some work today that's going to pay off tomorrow. The problem with these bulbs, and although I would have made a few $1,000s, right? But the problem is now I buy them. And they had, several hundred in stock, and they had them in cases. It was perfect. I would have sent them right to Amazon. But the problem is I spend my time building my own brand recognition, getting reviews, going through the process, and then all of a sudden I can't reacquire them for the 47 cents, right?
It's a one-shot deal. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I can make, maybe $1,000, but what am I doing next? I have to go to Walmart. I have to go to every single big box store.
You're not going to find them again. There's a one-shot deal.
I'll never find them again, but what I'll do is I might find another deal, right? Yeah. And then that deal, I have to put in all this work, build it up. And yes, I'll make money, but I really honestly do not want to chase deals. I don't want to wonder where my next stock is coming from. So that's what retail arbitrage is. It means you find these closeouts, and I'm not saying you're not going to make money. I know people that make millions, but they have a staff of people going to all these big box stores looking for their closeouts. I mean, to me, that just seems like, because I'm going to build it up and then I have no more stock. Now the next product, I'm going to build it up, spend my time, and run out of stock. Find the next product. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to make money in the meantime. So I'm not taking away from any of the guys that teach retail arbitrage. And it's one of the things that I do talk about. But if you're looking to build a business, looking to build long-term income, looking to build something that's substantial, I personally, and it's only what I do, it's the same way that I built the last $248,000 in just a little over 6 months. And it's called white labeling. And so what white labeling means is, I have them. And if you go to my website, AmazonSecrets.net, I have some great training videos to teach you, because I'm a big fan of white labeling. Even though I know guys that charge $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for their course about retail arbitrage, because they can do that because there always are sales going on somewhere. There always are. Every big box store always has a sale on something. But do you really want to waste your time chasing the next product? As soon as your stock runs low, you will not be able to replenish it. You now need to find the next product. You have to take all the work you've done building, your keywords, your everything that I teach you, and now start all over. To me, that is ludicrous, but people spend thousands of dollars to learn how to do that. And if you want to learn how to do that, I'll teach you how to do it. But at the same time, I'm going to be honest with you and let you know that is not a future for you unless you don't mind chasing products every single day. Your full-time job is to go to every single big box store, chase down the closeouts, spend a lot of time to build it, and then suddenly you have no more inventory.
Yeah, it sounds like you spend a lot of time chasing your tail around. And like you say, you're always looking for the bigger, better deal. And sometimes you're not going to find it. Sometimes you will. But certain times of the year, Mike, you don't find the deals. They're just not around. And, I'm sure like Black Friday around Christmas, it's great. You can really do it. But then other times of the year, it's probably more difficult.
And use Black Friday as an example. So say you stock up on a few items. You will sell all of those items and you will make good money. But now all the work you put into building that item is not something that's going to be continuity passive income. My goal is passive residual income. That's my goal. And that's why I talk about these things, because all of that does work. If you don't mind just burning hours, going to all the big box stores, chasing the next deal, because that's what you're doing. You're only chasing the next deal. But let me just tell you the exact opposite of that. And it's what I do. And it's how I've built a multi-million-dollar business. Because even though in the last 6 months, I've only done $248,000 in sales, the last 1 month is $73,000. So I'm growing every month. But that's because I do something called white labeling. So are you familiar with white labeling?
Yeah. Basically finding those products and slapping your own label on it. But sometimes you also actually improve those products, don't you?
And that, you hit the nail right on the head, because when I first got into white labeling, I would see products existing that sold really well. And I don't want to use what my thoughts are, what my passions are, what I think will work. I'm a numbers guy. I want to just look at, okay, if I do a slightly better quality, but of the exact same product, the person with the slightly higher, and it's all metrics, it's all graphs, and it's super easy. On my website, AmazonSecrets.net, I have some great free training videos. If you only enter your first name and your email address, you'll be directed to the next screen, which invites you to apply, because I do have a coaching program and I have several videos about all of these things, but it's by an application basis only, because I make my money by actually putting my, so to speak, money where my mouth is, which means I love white labeling products and building a continuity income that continues to grow. So I'm now at 8 products. But to get back to what white labeling is I take an existing product, and I'll use myself as an example. There's something called a wine aerator. Okay, it's about this big. And what you do is you pour the wine in, and it aerates it into the glass. So you don't have to open it and let it breathe, so to speak, right? Like, I'm not a big wine guy, but I understand the basics. So those of you that are into wine or You're certainly highly more educated than I am in regards to wine, but what people want is for it to breathe, right? And I'm only using this product as an example because it's one of the many, many, many products that are in my pipeline after going to China, which I'm bringing a new group of students to China, but we'll get into that later.
Sure.
But to speak about the wine aerator, what it is so I saw some really big guns doing several six figures per month, selling this little tiny device that kind of aerates the wine. You dump it in, it spins it around, it has some vents on the side, it aerates it, meaning it basically pumps air into the wine, which does the same thing as if you decanted it, right? Which I'm not a wine guy, so if I'm misspeaking anything about wine, it's only because I know nothing about it, but I know the product sells well.
Well, yeah. Well, what you want to do is, this is for red wine. White wine you don't need to do it with, but when you've got a bottle of red wine that's not mature, and even a bottle that is, you want to aerate the wine so that it will breathe, so that it will oxidize, because wine that breathes, red wine, actually has a fuller body, tastes better, and is smoother. Because when they say let the wine breathe a little bit, you'll also see wine snobs pouring it into a decanter, and that's to aerate the wine. So these aerators are really cool because it fits onto the edge of the bottle. You pour the wine into this thing, and you hear it like air sucking in, going shh. And it does a really good job of aerating the wine, and you get the benefit of decanting without the big pain in the neck of having to pour the wine from the bottle into the decanter. And then if you don't use it all, the wine kind of goes bad really fast. So I use one periodically. I'm not like a major wine snob, don't get me wrong, but that's the theory of wine aeration and why these things are so immensely popular now. Because, the wines that you get in the wine store are generally a little bit immature and they need to be aerated. So I hope I didn't get into too big a explanation of it, but that's why these things are so damn popular all over the world. It's really an innovation in wine preparation, if you will, for, when you're having people over. It just makes the wine taste better.
Yeah, and I understand what you just said, but I knew none of those things. All I knew was that this is a product that sells well, and it sells $30 to $40. And what I did know is that because I got samples, my guys in China that are on the ground, which if you train with me, you have the same resources I have, and if you go to the AmazonSecrets.net, you can, for free, you can learn about these different things and a lot of techniques to build your own Amazon store. And ultimately, it's an application process. So if you want to be one of my one-on-one students, or with my partner, Matt, who also does a lot with the students with Amazon, he's been an internet marketer for years, generated millions of dollars doing internet marketing. But, what's so amazing right now is and the only reason I'm bringing up that product is because I know nothing about wine except for the fact that this product sells very well. And that's based on the research I've done, not, honestly, and I'm just speaking honestly, if you poured a glass of wine with the aerator, without, I probably would not know the difference because I'm not a wine guy and I literally know nothing about wine. And I'm okay saying that because what I do know is the product sells well. People are generating several six figures per month selling this product. So when I see it selling for $30, $34, $39, based on the fact that I'm an internet marketer and I teach my students how to do this systematically, bottom line is I was able to source that product for less than $3. Super high quality, excellent quality, better quality than what you would buy for $40. So now I can undercut them a little, sell it for $28, $29 with the background that I teach you guys how to keyword properly, how to title properly, how to bullet point properly, how to describe properly, which might seem like a big deal. But the reason why I'm explaining the difference between this and retail arbitrage is because once I put in the work, once I build my base, once I get my reviews, which that's easy. Once I spike that Amazon algorithm, I'm going to be on the first page. There's no doubt, just like I've done with my last 8 products. I have the system. I know exactly what to do. I teach you what to do. But the point of all that is now I can put in the work. I can spend the time. but now I don't have to worry about how am I going to get my next shipment. So by me spending the time, doing the effort, building something, getting all my reviews, getting on the first page of Amazon, now I don't run out of product and wonder how am I going to replenish my supply. I simply reorder from the same people I just ordered from.
Sure.
And now I go higher volume, cut that price from $2.80 to $2.50, because now I'll do 5,000 of them. And those of you that are listening to this, you'll see, over the next 52 weeks, the next 1 year, I'm going to be at over 100 products. I might even be closer to 200 products. And it's going to be a multi-million dollar per year business, simply adding on products. Because once you put the legwork in, once you've built the brand, now you get paid in residual income as opposed to retail arbitrage, which means you're always chasing the next product. You're not building anything. And any product you know of, just look around the room. If you're in your car right now, just look around your car. Every little gizmo, every little gadget can be white labeled. It simply just means you slap your name on it, your brand. And I take you step by step how to take any product, how to get quality samples, how to negotiate pricing, how to get that shipped to Amazon on your behalf, paying, my goal is to make 5 to 10 times what I pay for the product. That's my goal. Right now, I'm only going after ones I could sell for 10 times over. But once I get over 50, 60 products, I'm going to have to sacrifice and go with products that I only make a 5 times revenue based on my purchase price. So does that make sense, the difference between white labeling and retail arbitrage?
Yeah, I mean, it's the difference between retail and wholesale, effectively. Because on the one hand, you go look for deals, just closeouts, whatever, odd jobs, job lots, and you blow them out, make a profit. You can make a few $1,000s, and then you're on to the next, the next, and you're always in search of the bigger, better deal. On the other hand, you build your brand, and hopefully that brand will have staying power for years and years. I mean, we looked at places where these guys have been selling the same stuff, Mike, for years. Some of them are making gross sales of close to $200,000 a month on
crazy on one product.
One product, a very mundane product that I'm going to start selling probably in the next couple of months. Because why should they have all the fun, right? So
and you just based on the training that you did with me, you already know how to carve out pieces of their sales. And instead of having one product that does 200 grand a month, I would rather have 20 products that do 5,000 a month personally, because now I can grow those products and continue to build and to build. And it's all my brand. So I don't have to chase the next great thing. The work I put in once pays me continuity income forever. And that's what I teach you guys to do. And if you want to be one of my students and you want to learn this process, just go to amazonsecrets.net. All you have to do is enter your first name and your email. At that point, you're going to get some free training. But if you want to apply to be part of my group, part of my students, I'm bringing a bunch of my students to China with me, where I'm going to blow the lid off everything they ever thought about importing products. I'm going to show them products they can get for 5 cents on the dollar, where they can 20 times their money. And I'm just so excited because that's coming up soon. And, it's going to be so fun. I just can't wait to do this with my students live. And I know you're going to be there with me, and it's going to be amazing,
Absolutely. And the opportunity is there. And it seems like the opportunity is unlimited. You look every month and Amazon sales just keep going up and up. They're in more and more countries. And hey, I'm buying stuff on Amazon, Mike, that I never thought I'd be buying before. Plastic bags, vitamins. I just got, I take this CoQ10 because I take Lipitor, and you tend to get cramps, muscle cramps, if you don't take CoQ10. And I used to go to the store, and it was just so darn expensive. And I found a guy I've been buying from for like 2 years now. And I just got it a couple of days ago, 3 bottles of the stuff. And it's, I've been buying from the same guy for 2 years. It's amazing. And hey, if somebody's got the same stuff cheaper, I'll dump him and I'll buy it from another one. But basically nobody has. And there's a comfort level. I know the guy's product's good. I buy so many things. I needed some cabinets in my house because my mudroom was a mess. I had these open, exposed cabinets. And one day I just looked at it and I was totally disgusted. And so I went on, and you know what? Amazon had it. It was Amazon Prime. 2 days later, they dumped the stuff off at my doors. I assembled the things, and now the place looks presentable. And on and on and on. Like every product you could ever want pretty much is on Amazon. So I guess that's our cue that we have to wrap up. So again, just go over to amazonsecrets.net. Watch the video. If you think it's for you, or it might be, or somebody you know, hey, stay-at-home mom, you need a little extra income, or you're just retiree, you got to supplement your retirement income, your Social Security, your pension income, whatever, or you're just looking for a new business because you're sick of what you're doing. You want a 12-step program to break the addiction to the rat race, as we say. Just go over to amazonsecrets.net. Try it out. I mean, I'm doing it myself. I mean, it's just too easy not to do. That was my final thing. I don't really particularly need the income that much. I just said, hey, it's so simple to do. Why not do it? And get to take a trip to China, go to the product sourcing agents directly to the factory. So, hey, we're going October 10th, is it, Mike? Is that the date that we set?
Yeah, October 10th. And, to go to China, you might have to wait out till January, but there is one spot available. And obviously that one spot's going to be filled. But it's not even just Amazon. It's just your presence on the internet in general. I've done over $7 million online. And I just can't wait to share these things with all of you. And just by only entering your first name and your email at amazonsecrets.net, you'll be able to get to the application page, which from there, you'll get a bunch of free training. If you want to apply to be one of my students that I personally mentor, maybe you want to come to China with me, you're going to be there. Yeah. And, a lot of your listeners are going to be there from the last show we did.
Right. Yeah.
They're already coming. And, it's... I just can't wait to share these things with you because I've been to China. I know the process.
Right.
And you literally have to try and fail. That's how amazing this is. And we're at 10% of where we're going to be 5 years from now.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
We haven't even scratched the surface right now in 2016 of what's unfolding the last year and the next 10 years. It's going to be nuts.
Oh, crazy. Yeah. So if you want to apply. If you don't. There's no pressure here.
Exactly.
Like me, you've known me for years. You've listened to the show for years. If you want to, if you think it might be good, fine. But look, it's up to you. Mike, we got to go now. But hey, I can't wait till the next show when you've broken that magical $250,000 mark. I mean, God, you'll probably do it tomorrow. But next show will be next week. And we'll touch base with you then. Anyway, till then, take care.
I've done $14,000 by now. Guaranteed minimum.
Oh, for sure.
$14,000 by now in the next show.
Easy.
It's that good.
Yep. All right.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kerry.
All right. AmazonSecrets.net. Talk to you next week, Mike. Be well.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you got it.
FSN Radio. It's all about what's next. Go to FinancialSurvivalNetwork.com and sign up for your free weekly newsletter. You'll also get 3 free reports. The Financial Survival Network. It's all about what's next.